I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the bitch to bed. Put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back with another video. Y'all see this bright ass light, bro? Shout out to my mom. I need to make my setup better. I'm gonna make my setup better. But hey, we just got done. It was probably the best Game 7, at least that I've ever seen. That Game 7 in the finals with the Cavs and Warriors, you could probably say that. But when I was watching that game, I hated LeBron. I don't hate him no more, but I hate LeBron. So I didn't enjoy that finals, that Game 7 at all. But this Game 7 was it was amazing from top to bottom. So let's get into it. The Bucks won. I want to give a shout out to Giannis, man. Giannis showed his ass, bro. He showed his ass. He hooped. He finally did what we was all expecting. For years on years, everybody was like, Giannis never shows up in the playoffs. Especially after last year. And that was the narrative going into this year. Giannis never shows up in the playoffs. He can never be a number one option. You can never win with him. And he's debunking that rumor or whatever. He's debunking that because he's been showing up this whole playoffs. Last series, a lot of people expected him to lose that series again against the Heat. He came up, he dominated that series, not just on offense, on defense too. Even though he didn't guard KD this series, he guarded Jimmy Butler most of that series. And if he wasn't guarding Jimmy Butler, he was guarding Bam. So shout out to him, because in this series, and especially in this game where the stars actually show out, you seen KD showed out. He played 56 minutes, 58 minutes, had 48 points. Giannis played 50 minutes and had 40 points. And he showed out, had some really good blocks, played some really decent defense, one-on-one defense, especially on switches. And, man, Giannis showed out. He showed his ass. He even had a couple great passes. Like that one pass when he had, I want to say, Blake Griffin on him in the post, right on the free throw line. He had Blake Griffin on him. I thought he was going to turn around and pass it to P.J. Tucker because P.J. Tucker was cutting. He one-handed passed that shit to Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez cashed a three. I was like, yo, that was a good-ass pass, bro. So shout out to him. More on the Bucks, man. I really thought the Bucks was going to lose this, man. I thought the others was going to cost Giannis this game because even though this was a big game for the Bucks, this was a huge game for Giannis' legacy. This is why I want him to win because they're in the Nets stadium. He's facing the best player in the world. KD's been showing his ass the whole series. And if Giannis loses, he's going to get so much. If he was to lose this, he would have got so much criticism. But for him to win this game, and him being the solely reason why they won this game, shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. But the reason why I said I was scared because Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday for the first 3 quarters were not on shit. They weren't on nothing. And then in the fourth quarter, I want to say with like 6 minutes left, Drew Holiday just turned it up. Chris Middleton turned it up. Drew Holiday had a crucial step back three, which he is really good at. Even though Drew Holiday been having a bad series, bro. Drew Holiday's a dog on offense. He just been having a bad series. Everybody has him. You seen Joe Harris. Joe Harris had a terrible ass series. But everybody has him. He hit that step back three. Then he hit that mid-range shot. And you seen him. That just helped the team out so much. And then you look over, Chris Middleton started getting his shots down. Started hitting the mid-range shots down. And it was just going for the Bucks at that time. Now that's when the Nets started to come back a little bit. You had that weak three by James Harden. That was a lucky ass three. Then you had that KD dunk on Pat Connaughton, which was stupid. And I was like, yeah, they lost. And then Brook Lopez, you had the timeline rolling because you terrible. Like Brook Lopez, he had a decent game in the first 3 quarters. Had a couple clutch threes, had a couple good blocks. But he had a good block at the end of the game. I ain't gonna lie, he had a really game-saving block at the end of the game on KD, I want to say. And yeah, it helped out, but man, getting out rebound by fucking Bruce Brown, who's like 6'3", and you're 7'1". Just the effort was terrible. They were going at you on defense. I'm like, yo, why is he in the game and Bobby Portis is not touching the floor? Now, Bobby Portis hasn't played basically most of this series, but Bobby Portis, when they're going at Brook Lopez, they're going at him on the pick and roll. Bobby Portis is capable of guarding players on the pick and roll because he's not a traditional 5. He's a 5/4 who can also play the 3. Like he's a big man, but he's also quick on his feet. So I'm like, Coach Bud, why are you not putting Bobby in when they're obviously going at Brook Lopez and it's working? Coach Bud was about to cost him this game. He was. Pat Connaughton giving minutes, even though Pat Connaughton actually had a decent game. But like some of his plays he was just doing was dumb. Like fouling KD, it was stupid. Now that he just got an extra point, that was dumb. But it was just some dumb stuff. Like I said, even though the Bucks won this game, their offense is still terrible. Giannis had to carry on straight ISO plays because he just had to carry it. The offense is terrible. It's terrible. So I said this on timeline. If the Bucks win the whole thing, Mike Budenholzer would be the first coach ever to win the championship and get fired. Because he's a terrible coach. I ain't gonna lie, he's a terrible coach. He's probably a good coach to get you through the regular season. But when it comes to winning the game and winning the championship and going all the way in the championship, he's not a good coach. He's not. He gets outcoached all the time. He didn't get outcoached this series because he was going against a coach who was his first time coaching, and he really doesn't coach in the first place. Let's all be honest. If we want to give Steve Kerr that treatment, we gotta give it to Steve Nash. He's got KD and James Harden. You don't really have to coach that much. And that's not on him. You just don't. You don't. You have the best player in the world and another top 5 player with him. You don't have to coach that much. But man, shout out to the Bucks. PJ Tucker, you got a really good game. Costly shots. He doesn't really have to worry about getting in foul trouble next series. Whoever they play. If they play the 76ers, he guarded Tobias Harris. That's really nothing. No offense, Tobias. That's nothing. They play the Hawks. They're not putting him on Trey. So he's not getting in foul trouble. He might not even start. I wouldn't start him. PJ Tucker might not get that much playing time next series. Alright, I ain't gonna say that. But still, he's not gonna be like really as useful as he was this series. He was useful because he was slowing down KD and getting KD tired. That's pretty much it about the Bucks. Shout out Chris Middleton. Shout out Drew Holiday was showing up in the crunch time because we could see it. Giannis was gas. Giannis was gas, bro. He was carrying the load. He was gas, bro. I believe that's like his first time actually carrying the load and playing the whole game. He was gas. But shout out to Giannis, man. Giannis played his ass off. On to the Nets, man. KD just showed a lot of people why he is the best player in the world. And why I say he's been the best player since 2017. Minus the 2018 playoffs. LeBron, like I said, that LeBron was the best player I ever seen in my life. That nigga was on some shit. But yeah, like I said, KD just proved it again this game. 48 points in 58 minutes. Played the whole game. Hit that one step back to tie the game up. I wish he would have got those big ass feet behind the line. But then again, I'm happy he didn't because that was a good ass game, man. It was a good game. But shout out to KD, man. KD showed his ass off, bro. He played a really good game. Proved why he's the best player in the world. And he's helping debunk that rumor. If you get an ACL tear or Achilles tear, whatever it was, you don't come back to full percent. That's what they say about everybody. John Wall did that. Came back. He averaged 28 this season. So he debunked that rumor. KD came back. Proved he's still the best player in the world. So shout out for them for debunking that rumor. Shout out to KD, bro. KD had a really good series. It was a lot to carry, bro. It was a lot to carry. James Harden, if you look at James Harden, all his shots was short. All of them. He didn't have his legs under him. He's hurt. And I wonder why he ain't like dabbed nobody up after the game, bro. I understand you lost, bro, but at least sportsmanship, bro. That's sad, bro. That's sad. A lot of people will be like, man, if I lose in the conference finals, I'm not doing that either. But nigga, you lose something, you win something. You see the men that's out there dabbing each other up, KD, everybody else dabbing each other up. They not gonna cry about it, man. But in the first quarter, James Harden was so hard to watch, bro. The Nets lost this game, and shout out to the Bucks. This is another thing about the Bucks. The Nets lost this game with having the refs on their back. The refs was wanting the Nets to win that game so bad. It was so many terrible calls the whole game. The Bucks didn't get no calls. They barely got calls. If you look at the free throw, let's see who shot the most free throws. Let's see. I don't know how to look at this. Alright, so 7, 13. 13 plus 9 is 22. 22 plus 9, 31. 31 plus 5, 36. Alright, on this side, 13, 22. Damn, they shot the same amount of free throws. Oh, no, I'm counting the same one. I'm stupid. 12, so that's 23. 23 plus 9, 32. Them boys shot 39 free throws. Giannis and them shot 32, I think I said. But still, it was a lot of terrible calls, bro. I was calling that game rigged, bro. It was so many soft calls. James Harden throwing his legs out. Little soft touches. PJ Tucker got fouled out for no reason. Just playing physical Game 7 ball and he got fouled out for it. That was terrible. But still, they were in this game. The Bucks was in this game, so shout out to them. But I've been saying this since like game 5. I'm like, Joe Harris gonna have a big game. There's no way Joe Harris gonna play this sorry. It's no way. And this nigga played sorry as hell. He even had one of the shots at the end of the game that could have won them the damn game, and he just missed a shot. Joe Harris plays sorry as hell. I'm sorry. Shout out to Bruce Brown, bro. People like Bruce Brown, Terrence, man. I might as well talk about that game too since I'm here. People like Bruce Brown, Terrence, man, they're gonna stay in the league for a long time because they out hustle everybody. They got it from the mud. It's a way they had to get here, and it wasn't solely our basketball skill. It's about outworking everybody. So shout out to them. Who else are they asking? That's basically it. Oh, Blake Griffin. Shout out to Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin gonna get paid. It's not gonna be that $30 million that he got paid his last contract, but judging off this playoffs, man, Blake Griffin can still play at a high level. He gonna at least get paid $15 million. Blake Griffin is not done. He's not done. He might be done as that number one option, but Blake Griffin is a winning player now. That's what I'm saying from Blake Griffin now. Like, he's a winning player. Blake Griffin was playing some pretty good defense on Giannis. You just can't stop Giannis. So shout out to him, bro. That's all I really had to talk about for that game, bro. Amazing fucking game. Amazing game, bro. Amazing game. Giannis showed his ass off. KD proved that he the best in the world. And that's the series I wanted. I wanted that series to be long. And shout out to them. They made it long. And they ended off on a boom, bro. They ended off on a boom. So shout out to them, bro. Shout out to them. I was just thinking, like, Mike Budenholzer are really going to get fired if they win this whole thing. I want to see a Bucks versus Clippers finals, though. I really want to see that. I want to. Because that's going to be hard. Do I want Giannis to win a ring or do I want PG? Because I don't think Kawhi playing. They're going to keep acting like he's going to play, but I don't think Kawhi playing. But going to the Clippers game, bro, I'm going to skip to the third quarter. Third quarter, the Clippers was down by like 25. I'm like, yeah, I got work the next day in the morning. I'm taking my ass to sleep. I ain't getting enough sleep the day before because I just got the vaccine and my arm was killing me and I couldn't go to sleep. I said, I'm going to sleep. It was like 10:40, 10:30. I'm going to sleep. So I go to sleep. I wake up. I was joking because I was late for work. Cool story, I'll tell y'all later, probably not. But I was late for work. So it was like 8:30. I'm supposed to be to work at 8. I was in my car. I was driving. I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot to check the game. I laughed. I was like, what if the Clippers came back? And I went to sleep. Thinking it was a lie. I look at the score. It say 131 to 119 Clippers. I said, what the fuck? I thought PG dropped 50. I look on the stats. Terrence Mann dropped 39. I'm like, yo, what? So I watched the highlights while I'm driving to work. He really working them. Like, he really taking it into the paint, bodying them. He hit 7 threes. A person that's not really good from the three-point line hit 7 threes. Look at the rest of the game. Pat Beverly hit costly threes. They were going at Rudy Gobert. I'm a Rudy Gobert lover, but he was unplayable. He was. And just because he's getting paid $50 million, $220 million, something like that, they're gonna play him. So, and he was unplayable. They were attacking Rudy Gobert. They were attacking the 3-time defensive player of the year. You're not attacking Ben Simmons. I'm sorry. You're not. But, yeah, they were attacked. You might attack Ben Simmons on the offensive side. But not on the defensive side, because you would get fucked up. But, yeah, on defense, they were attacking. On offense, they were attacking Rudy Gobert. And he couldn't do nothing. Because if it was a screen, you can easily drop past him. Or you can sag out. And he's not going to be fast enough to go close out. He's not. And you see Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson showing his ass off. I think he is a free agent this season. He's going to get a bag this season. This is problem for the Clippers to win because a lot of their players going to get a bag. A lot of their players, Terrence Mann, Reggie Jackson, Pat Bev might even get a bag. They already got Marcus Morris locked up, but man, this is the season for them to win. Shout out to them, PG. Did what I told y'all, bro. PG is still that guy, bro. He's still that guy. Had 37 in Game 6. Game 5, 28 in this game. Still hoop. He was a leader this game, bro. Watching the highlights, watching the post-game interviews. He was a leader, bro. So shout out to Paul George. Shout out to this Clippers team. Shout out to Tyronn Lue making adjustments, going at Rudy Gobert. That's a risk he didn't do, but it worked out. They went at Rudy Gobert. Shout out my boy Mook. Marcus Morris, bro. My boy in the Western Conference Finals. My boy Pat Bev in the Western Conference Finals. I love the Clippers, bro. I wish Kawhi was there. Because if Kawhi was there, bro, I got them beating the Suns at like 5. The Suns not all that. I don't give a fuck. They not. Oh, what's up in my life, bro? Is that it? I might be doing post game recaps, bro. I like this light. I might buy one. But yeah, that's it. Damn, something wrong with my throat. That's it. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep, bro. Peace out. I gotta work.